What's up? What's up? Good morning. All right. Let's see what we got today. All right. What time is it? 32, 33. So 2 minutes left till this opening range starts to set in. So we got this opening range. Let me go to the 5-minute chart. Let's see. 1 second. Ugh. All right. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. Let's see what's going on here. All right, we're at a downtrend. If you look on 15-minute chart, right? We've been kind of trending down. Let me kind of adjust my charts on my other screen real quick. Okay. Yeah, we've been all morning long, all pre-market, we've been just dumping. So, we'll see what happens here. Got a lot of volatility this morning, so make sure to size accordingly. Don't. All right, 5-minute. All right. All right. New 5-minute candle just opened up. Let's see. Let's see. Looking good so far. We got a 5-minute range up top. And then we got also on the bottom. All right. Let's see what's going on. We're pretty far away from view op, so we do have room to view op if we do end up doing something. So far, we're still respecting that bottom of that 5-minute range. Seeing what can happen. In terms of higher time frames, I mean, trying to look at maybe a 4-hour, see if we got some sort of hold on just a second. I mean, we got a lot of room to the downside, so right, we have a lot of room. If you look on here, let me switch it to like a 15-minute chart. Right, we got a lot of room to the downside. Same thing with like an hourly chart, right? You can see we do have a low down here. We do have kind of a low down here. Maybe I'll mark that out. Hold on. Give me a second real quick. So you can kind of see this low is paired with that pivot point, right? That low kind of comes down to that pivot. So, interesting area. I mean, let's see. Let's go on the 1-minute chart. Did we break that? We have a pivot point we're bouncing off right now on the 1 minute. So we'll see what happens here. In terms of news, let's see what news. Forex Factory. Today. Existing home sales at 10 a.m., which could. Orange folder news at 10 a.m., so. Yeah, good morning, good morning. Sorry, I didn't see. I just love Bookmap. Yeah, I used to use Bookmap. I don't know. I just felt like I could trade without it, so that's why I stopped using it. Like, it does help, though. It does help. Alright. Yeah, market tends to move to the areas where there's a lot of liquidity. Not all the time though, but all right, let's see if what happens here. So we got room to, if we could kind of start getting some action. Bruh, this week has been wild. It's just been, I don't know if it's because the market's been kind of reversing. If the market's just been reversing off all-time highs, but we've been just like in this weird area in the market where it was just going sideways for the past. It would sell off a little bit and then go sideways. It's September. Yeah, this month, I thought this month was, like, people say, you know, August is the worst month. I can't wait to get out of August. And bro, September is like almost worse than August. Still, wait, you're still in all-time highs? Yeah. Yeah, a few months of they've been kind of brutal. We've been just like, and we're still dumping. All right, we got a lot of room to, I mean, it has room to go to. We have a low all the way down there, but I mean, I don't know. That's, will it get down there? Like, this thing has just been freaking selling off. Like, for the past 2 days, it's been making, you know, lower highs. Kind of going sideways, dumping in the morning, kind of going sideways after like a little dump, and then $367. $367. Yeah, I mean, freaking A. This market has been tough. This is the kind of price action where it's so easy to blow your account. It's so easy to, it's so tempting just to go short just because it's dumping. It's so freaking tempting. But Like, it's not even giving you really any setups. Like, I've been just sitting on my hands lately. I've not gotten really any trades lately. This week. It's been weird, dude. It's already Thursday. That's wild. I mean, last week was a winning week, so I just gotta be patient. I don't know. It's coming. I'm hoping today is gonna give something at least. $4.15 also. Yeah, it's tough. I mean, do you trade ICT? Not really. I mean, I use imbalances, but I guess call that ICT or not. I mean, it's been around before ICT, but I use imbalances. Pretty much like the only thing that I use that's ICT. Considered ICT. But I don't use any of his strategy. I've never watched any like ICT like. I know about the strategies, but I don't use his strategies or whatever. Yeah, we've just been in a pullback, kind of like these last few days have been. I mean, if you look on an hourly chart, like what's been going on, right? We've been getting kind of these drops and then just sideways movement, right? And then another drop and then sideways movement. And then another drop, and now, who knows, we can get some more sideways movement now. It's like, this is not ideal for me right here. I can't do anything there. The market's just been selling off. I mean, it may be because we're at all-time highs, so we're getting a pullback finally, but wild. Someone is pulling and stacking 1,000 orders like crazy with. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's so illegal if they're. It's called spoofing. You're not. It's called spoofing. It's actually illegal. You're not allowed to just like throw orders on the book and then, you know, just cancel them when price comes to your order. Yeah, it's some Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, when I had Bookmap, I seen them do that a lot. I don't know, it's well, not a lot. They don't do it a lot, but they do it. But yeah, I kind of have ideas, like even though I don't have Bookmap, I have a pretty good idea of where like there's a lot of liquidity usually. But hold on, let me. This market's very volatile today. I mean, we're getting. Yeah, I appreciate it. Starting to get some sort of... Now we're kind of trying to reject off this pivot point. Let me see. Starting to rip. Uh-oh. I like this. Let me grab something real quick. All right. Now here's the key thing again. Remember yesterday, I mean, will we hold this as resistance again? Or we actually start going higher? This is a very crucial area that's going to determine, right? Like yesterday kind of I said, right, if we can't really get back into this range, if we start rejecting off the bottom of that. Oh shoot. Damn. Hold on, let me get some Damn, my finger. All right, starting to kind of reject. You ever use Top Step? No, I've never used Top Step because of their... I wanted to use them eventually, but they made their new platform where I don't think I can trade. You know, I use Rhythmic, so I don't want to have to use their platform. That's the problem. If they're gonna make me use their platform, it's like... I'm good. All right. Wow, starting to come in pretty strong. Now I have to think about... We're very volatile, so if I do take a trade, I'll have to size accordingly, right? My stop would have to be down there, so I'd have to be sized. Got kind of a level up there, view up. Yeah. See, starting to rip. Buyers stepping in really aggressively now. Again, it's a crucial area. This is gonna say a lot right here. What's gonna happen? But yeah, it's... We shall see. $9.51. Starting to kind of, you know, trying to reject off that, but oh my gosh. Bruh. I told you. Bro, I need a strategy of like this rejection right here. I've seen this happen so many times was freaking wild. Oh my gosh. Wow, talk about a perfect level. Like, bruh. I literally said this is gonna be a crucial area. Either it rejects off the bottom of that 5 minute or it pushes through. Perfect rejection off the 5 minute, off the 5 minute range. We'll see. It's crazy, man. That's freaking sucks. Break a structure. We'll see. I mean, here, give me a second. I'll be back in a second. All right, here's another thing, right? This is also kind of a crucial area. Just like I said before, this is a crucial area. This is also, this can determine, we got that rejection off that 5 minute, right? The bottom of that 5 minute. Now, the question is, will it make a higher low, right? That starts to be a good sign for longs. If this does make a higher low and starts breaking above this, this 522 level, right? Starts looking good for longs. Same thing kind of with shorts. I mean, if this breaks the low and starts dumping, it starts looking really good for shorts. But there's also a potential of it coming down, sweeping this one more time before moving back up. So you kind of need to have those scenarios in your mind of what, you know. So making a higher low is pretty bullish. Also, sweeping this low and ripping back up is also bullish. But breaking below the low really heavy is very bearish. So that's what I'm saying. You watch for what the market does and you react to that. Instead of trying to guess like here. You know, I don't know. It could like, this is a type of area where you got to stay out of. Right? It could break the low or it could go back up to that high. You really don't know until price really, you know, kind of confirms. Like if it takes out this low and starts ripping up, that's kind of a confirmation that maybe it could. I look for imbalances as a entry point for my ideas. So like for me, hypothetically, like for a long, if it was to break above this high and form a bullish imbalance above this high, I would potentially, you know, try to enter long, because I think has a lot of potential if it can really squeeze up and form an imbalance up there. But yeah, or this could be another day like yesterday where it moved sideways, bro. This is like, I swear, if this is another day where it moves sideways like the past 2 days, I'm gonna lose my mind. Like, this is wild. Bro, it's been, what, 2 days in a row. If this happens today too, it's going to be 3 days in a row of a little bit of a dump and then sideways all morning long. Appreciate the follow. So this is a tough, freaking nail. It's a tough area. We got, this is another just, you know, crucial spot where I prefer it. I prefer it to personally go up. We got that, remember, a lot of times at 10 a.m. we got a reversal at 10 a.m., but balance days are good. I mean, they're good if you know, like, if you have a strategy to trade balance days, you know. But if your strategy's not suited for days like that, it's tough to take a trade. When it just does setup just doesn't, you know, it doesn't give you a setup. It's tough to take a trade. I mean, yeah, you could just go short just because it's going down or whatever, just kind of guess, but I like to get confirmations from the market before I enter a trade. Like, I like to see what the market's doing, it's doing, and then it gives me a confirmation, right? And then I enter. Like, so far, me trading these accounts, right, with this, with what I'm looking for, I've had one losing day. I've had one losing day in these accounts. And that was just, everything was fine. Everything was good. It was just a losing day. So that's what patience comes in. It's like, all right. And here's like, you don't know if this is gonna, you know, break the low and start dumping, or you don't know if this is just gonna be another sideways. Like, in hindsight, it's easy to see when, after the day's over and you look back and it's like, oh crap, it moved sideways for half the morning. Then in hindsight, it's easy to see, but in real time, it's a lot harder. Like, what is this? What the heck? What did I just do? Crap. Oh, man. Oh, was that news? Oh, that was news. That was news. Sorry, I'm trying to get my, hold on. Shoot. How do I? Oh well. All right, we're starting to. All right. I don't mind this. I don't mind this. Yeah. As long as you're, I think Apex does let you trade during news, as long as it's a strategy and not like, right? If your strategy sets itself up before, then it's fine. But yeah, they do. From what I remember. What the? All right. Come on, NASDAQ. So we have made a higher low. Now let's see if we could break above that high. The sizing part is going to be a little tough if I do get an entry because of how volatile it is today, meaning the points. You can see like every 10 points is pretty tight, so. But I'll just have to size accordingly for my risk that I want to take. All right, come on. Come on, NASDAQ. Starting to look good. I like it. As long as it doesn't just dump here. As long as this is not a sweep. Oh, what's up? Good morning. All right, let's see what happens here. Is this going to sweep it, or is this actually going to start? So now this is like freaking give me a second. This could be a setup coming up here. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, hopefully get a good setup today. It's 10:06. 15 seconds left to this. All right. Trying to see if I could get an entry here. It's gonna be right. Oh shoot, what did I do? I hate when I do that. I accidentally moved the 5-minute. Let's see. come on. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Yeah, I'm trying to get long, personally. Don't copy me, though, please. Trying to get long if this doesn't, as long as this doesn't leave me behind. Got view up there. Brother. Oh, brother. Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me, man. If it's not sideways, then it doesn't enter me. Appreciate the gift. Thank you. Could it hit back to market open? Yeah, where was market open? Oh yeah. I mean, it's pretty much there. It's pretty much almost at market open. Or you're talking about pre-market open. All right, well, pre-market open's way down there. Never mind. What's up? What's going on? Waiting for a trade if this happens. I'm trying to get into a trade, but it's not giving me an entry. Nice. Now it's about to take out these. It's about to take out these highs. Ugh. Sucks, man. No, that's not a short. It's a long. Yeah. Pretty much I'm waiting for a retrace long. It's going to be a little iffy if it takes out that high. It's going to be more risky if it takes out the high. But as of now, it hasn't took out the high. I'm waiting for the retrace. Waiting for that retrace. It's above view op right now. The only thing is we do have view op right there. We have a pivot point up there. So a little bit of stuff that can hold price down. Send some FOMO? It's actually the opposite of FOMO. This is the opposite of FOMO. I literally have a buy limit order in down here. So how is that FOMO if I'm waiting to get into the... waiting for a retracement? We'll see. No, I haven't entered. Yeah, I haven't entered. It freaking did not. Like I put it right as soon as this gap was formed, right? You saw me. I put that order in because I figured that gap was gonna get formed. We were right there. I figured it would have a pullback, fill me in just a little bit, and then it could start ripping up like this. But now it's like it just took off without me. That's the that's like the one downside to trying to trade, you know, trying to take trades like get off of gaps. Sometimes it leaves you, or imbalances. Sometimes price just leaves you behind without filling it. And then it's like if this takes out this high, it's going to be a little riskier for me of a trade, just because, like, right, my idea is if it takes out this high, if it takes out this high and then pulls back, it could go for those lows again, right? But if it doesn't take out that high, there's still a possibility it could retrace to go for that high again. We'll see. I mean, I'll leave my order in. But this is like confirmation that I was talking about. That I look for. I haven't entered yet. Bruh, are you freaking kidding me? Don't leave me. What is wrong with you? Like, come on! Adios. No! Are you freaking kidding me? Why do you do this to me? Why? Why? See, now we're at the point, if I leave my order in, this is like, it's a little more riskier of a trade, right? This is wild, man. I mean, I'm I don't know, man. I'm still gonna leave I think I'm still gonna leave my order in. It's a little bit riskier of a trade now that it took out that high, because I was initially wanting to go for like I was initially wanting my target to be up here, like to be in this area as a TP. That's what I was looking for. But now that price is just gone pretty much to my TP. Now if it pulls back, it's gonna be a little riskier for it, you know. But why didn't you enter the retest? I was trying to get a, what do you mean? I was trying to get off the retest, meaning price broke out, it formed this bullish imbalance. As soon as this 1 minute candle closed, right, confirming this bullish imbalance, I literally had my order in. I put my order in as soon as this candle closed. And this red candle right here, my order was already in the book, which I was looking for price to come down and kind of retest this high right here. Retest it, fill in this imbalance, and then continue moving up. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was waiting for. I had my order in like 10 points away from where price was. Less than 10 points away. And it's just like, it pulled back a little bit, never filled this imbalance, and just ripped right to my TP. Now it's like, do I leave my order in since it's already pretty much at my TP? Like trying to maybe, you know, maybe it fills this imbalance and goes back up. I don't know. That's kind of tough to right? Because now that it took out this high, if it starts dumping, there's a higher probability that when it does retrace back to this imbalance, it could dump for like a low, right? Because it already took out that high, so maybe now it wants to take out that low. Versus if I get an entry and it hasn't taken out this high, it retraces for that high. If you know what if you get my drift. So now it's like now that it hit kind of the TP area, now if I leave my entry in, it's a little, it's riskier, right? It's like I'm contemplating, like, should I leave it in or should I? I mean, it still could, you know. We'll see, I guess. I mean, on the 5 minute, let's see. I mean, yeah. Yeah, looking on the 5 minute, it still does look good, even if it retraces. I mean, it's the fact that it took out this high it just scares me, right? Because if it can't hold and it starts reversing, this could easily inverse, meaning this bullish gap could easily inverse and it could go for those lows back down there. And I really don't want to be caught in that, but golly, man. It's like, see, this is the hard part about trading is you're waiting patiently, right? And then you finally get a setup that you love and it leaves without you and doesn't like like, and I wasn't picky. I had my order in, right? And then price just finally leaves, just see ya. Like, how hard was it for price just to maybe just pull back? Just like, look how close I was. I was literally, it came 5 points away. This candle was 5 points away from filling me and just left. I don't know. I guess I'll leave it in. I mean, I guess I'll leave it in, man. We'll see. I'm hoping it at least pulls back. I mean, it doesn't freaking just keep ripping. Give me something, bro. Give me something. For Full Port Friday. Oh gosh. Full Port all my accounts, my funded accounts, everything. Full Port everything. And then get so pissed off that I break my computer. or get so excited. That's the so Full Port can either go one of two ways. Right? Either you can full port and it's like a freaking amazing weekend, or you're gonna have the most miserable weekend of because you blew all your accounts. I don't that risk to a reward of like either having an amazing weekend or a really horrible weekend. I don't know. I would rather just have a good weekend and be you know, not full port, stick to my plan and actually have a good weekend. Like a guaranteed good weekend versus it's gone for the most part. I hope it. Yeah, I mean, I hope it has a retrace. I hope it retraces, but I don't know. Give me some freaking hope. Such a good trade too. Such an amazing trade. It just did not. I mean, this happens. If you've watched my lives, this does happen sometimes. Sometimes it gives you the perfect entry and fills you and everything, and you go to TP, and sometimes this kind of crap happens. Just a part of trading. Yeah, I'm waiting for the retest to see maybe if it retests. It's gonna be tough because this thing could just keep ripping now. Right? My idea was My idea, it still gives me satisfaction knowing my idea was like, I had the right idea. The perfect idea, right? It's just didn't quite get to where I wanted it to get to. Good trade though. Like an amazing setup. Like this even though it missed my entry, right? It still gives me satisfaction knowing that like I'm seeing it, right? I'm seeing what the market wants to do before it does it. So that does give me satisfaction even though it didn't, you know, give me the entry I wanted. And remember I said before, this is why it's important to watch the market. When price was down here, what did I say? I said that it could reject off this 5 minute, and as price rejected, I said this is another crucial area right here. If it makes a higher low, if it fails to break down that low and it starts making a higher low, that's a good sign, right? That's a good sign that they couldn't take out that low again. So making a higher low and then it ripped up through, there's the confirmation, right? It broke out that high. This bullish gap right here is the confirmation that I look for. Back into the 5 minute range, right? What do we know about the 5 minute range? Typically a high, like there's high volume traded because it's the first 5 minutes of market open. So you have so much volume in that 5 minute range that what happened, right? We pushed back into the 5 minute range. We broke this high. And then once we left that bullish imbalance, I was like, all right, it's go time. It's probably going to go for these highs up here. So as soon as that gap formed, the next candle that opened, set my entry in that gap, hoping for a little bit of a retracement to fill that imbalance to rip back up. Obviously, didn't get that, but that's what, when I say confirmation, that's my confirmation right there. But sadly, it did not. I was left alone. The doors closed without me. I was so close to getting on the bus and the freaking doors closed right in my face. It's pretty much what the market just did. They opened the door. As soon as I got so close to entering, they just freaking slammed the door right in my face. That's how I feel. I just got the door shut right in my face. And now it's like, bruh, now it's not even giving me anything, any retracement. It's just going. Could have market entered. See, I don't market enter because my confirmation is for price to retrace back to this imbalance right here. Right? And it happens a lot. But there are instances where this happens where it relieves without you. That is possible, right? I don't know. On the other hand, maybe it is smart to... I see what you're saying, right? Maybe it is smart to just market... As soon as I see this imbalance form, maybe it's smart to just market order in. I mean, what am I giving up? I'm giving up 10 points, right? If I was to market in right there, I'm giving up 10 points. But then you're not risking it leaving without you. So... maybe you're right. Maybe in situations like this, right? If the gap was big, like if the imbalance was actually pretty big, maybe, you know, then obviously you're giving up a lot of points if the imbalance is big. But if the imbalance is this tiny and you're maybe giving up 10 points to risk not getting left behind, maybe it's worth it, I guess. Yeah. Because this is like... But I literally thought it was gonna... It was so close to taking, you know, getting me into this trade. So freaking close, but... yeah, maybe I'll think about that. You got a good point, though. Maybe I'll, maybe for next time I will... if we're that close, if I'm like 10 points away from getting an entry for a very, like a smaller imbalance, then... I'll just probably just mark it into that trade. And yeah. Yeah, that's another. Yeah, see that? Like trading, there's so many things you could do. Like, you could market one contract. I personally would rather market full size in. I mean, it's 10 points, right? I'm not giving up a whole lot of like 10 points. It is what it is. It's not the end of the world. It's not that much, you know, it's $20 a contract. So I mean, with 3 micros, it's $60. With 3 micros, it's $60. So you're pretty much giving up $60, which it is a decent amount of money, actually. I don't know. Or I should just keep sticking to my plan and just, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because the one time you're gonna mark it in, right? There's gonna be that time you're gonna market order in, and then it's gonna actually fill that imbalance, and then you're gonna look back and go, "Oh my gosh, how much money did I just left so much money on the table by not." And the other thing about market orders in is, like with PropFirm, since it's since it's a sim account, maybe it's different, but like with an actual account, you can get slippage, right? With a market order, because when you market order in, what you're telling the market is, get me into this trade. I don't care what price. Like, I want to get in right now. I don't care what price. So a lot of times, right, you can give you a horrible fill. Like say you market order in and it pulls back and you end up getting in all the way down here instead of, you know, 10 point. Say you got slipped by 10 points, right? You market order in and it drops immediately, and then it's like, and now you're giving up like 20, 30 points because you market ordered in. Versus if you would have limit order in, you're literally telling the market for a limit order. You're telling the market, right? Like, I have my limit order set for 24,529.75. I'm saying that's the exact price I want in. But what's happening now? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to give me a retracement. Maybe it gives me a retracement. I would still enter. It's going to be a little more riskier because now the move's pretty much already happened. So it is risky, but maybe I shouldn't just be dumb and just, if the move happened, I should just probably cancel my order. Man, I've waited so long. This is the hard part. I've waited so long to finally get an entry, and it gives me an entry and leaves without me. Like, bro, that hurts. Price action was not good. I mean, depends on your strategy. For what I'm looking for, this is amazing price action for me. This is exactly what I look for my strategy. This exact thing. Especially my trade if I see way more slippage there. Yeah, it's tough. The slippage part is tough. That's why I like limit orders in. I mean, you look, it's like sometimes you get good fills, but then there are other times where it can really slip you, and you know, you get slipped a decent amount of points. Yeah, this would be kind of equilibrium, so that's why I'm saying if it does pull back, I would still possibly like, but look at this. It's not. Had to lock account after 1K profit after dump. It's a good thing if you make decent money, you know, your strategy hits and you make money. It's a good idea to stop trading, right? You're looking for high probability setups. That's why I'm patient, because I look for these kind of setups, right? And when they hit, they hit. Not to say I never have a losing trade, but this setup that I look for, right? Since I've been trading on these accounts, I've had one losing day. One losing day. So it's like, But the downside is I may not get trades every single day. Like, there are times where I don't take a trade, and then there are, like, I go on, you know, 2 days without taking a trade, 3 days sometimes. Like, I'm patient. I'm waiting. But when the setup happens, I'm there. Like, last week with this strategy, last week I didn't have one losing day last week. Well, there were days where I didn't take a trade, but I'm saying, like, no losing trades last week. If this would have filled me, this would have been another winning trade. Yeah, I don't know how it's... I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. As soon as I place my order... You're talking about a market order? Then go to that previous fair value gap and test it again on a higher time. What are we? It's the first time I've ever seen you place a buy order. No, with this strategy, I always place buy orders. There was another strategy that I was doing. That was I did market orders in that strategy, but these accounts, I'm doing this strategy. Yeah, we got some imbalances on the 15-minute to the upside, but I mean to like bearish imbalances down. So. Oh yeah, market order. Yeah, you get the slippage can sometimes be crazy. I'm new, and every time I watch you're just watching the market, but it's been trash. Yeah, it's been trash. Today's actually the first good day of the week, I would say. Like the actual first. Today's a good day. For at least for me, right? Maybe for somebody else, they're gonna be like, oh, today's price action was trash. For my strategy, today was a good day. So, and today was like, pretty much all week we were dumping and then just going sideways. Nothing to get, like, no entries. This is actually good, right? We're getting dumps, we're getting rips, we're getting actually, like, prices moving, getting you, like, opportunities. Versus, like, if price just dumped and moved sideways like it was doing for the past, what, 3 days or so? Opening range was a beauty. Is it the 15 the 15 minute? I know a lot of people trade that 15-minute opening range. Yeah. I mean, there are some people probably trying to take this retest right here, waiting for that 15-minute opening range for price to come down and retest it to go back up. I know some people do that. So some people take it off the break of the 15. Some people take it off the break. Everyone does it differently. Some people, right, that 15-minute, they'll wait for a bullish gap like this. They'll enter. Like, see how it did this? This is exactly what I was waiting for happen down here, right? I was waiting for that to happen down here. How price, see how it left this bullish imbalance? And price just like retraced perfectly to that, to fill that bullish imbalance and then continued ripping. It's exactly what I was wanting to happen right there, but for some reason it just I don't do aura, but just follow price action to key levels. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Right? I wait for high probability areas where price kind of confirms, the price action confirms that it wants to move to a certain level. Meaning, right? You look at the market in terms of probability. At this level, for example, this right here, right? This point in time right here. Where do you think? Price has broken out. It's left a bullish imbalance right there. Where do you think price is more likely to go for these highs? Or do you think price is more likely to dump all the way back down? In my eyes, right? It's broke out of this high right here. Breaking out of this high, a lot of buyers stepped in, leaving behind a bullish imbalance. So at this point in the market, in my eyes at least, right? I think there's a higher probability of it going to that high than going back down to that low. So I'm just looking for areas in the market where the probability of it going to a certain level was way higher than going to a low, you know, to back down to that low. That's not to say that it can't go back down to that low. That's why you have stop losses in place, because anything can happen in the market. But the probability at that time is higher in my eyes for it to go to that high than the low. And that's literally it. You take trades based off of good probability. A lot of low resistance liquidity lift sweeping. It's possible, yeah. I mean, like, it's possible. It's like at this point, like, right, there are other areas in the market where it's just like, I don't know here. Like, I don't know what it's gonna do. Right now at this point, like, I gotta cancel my order. Why? Why now? Before I was still interested in in a potential pullback to go higher. Now you see it forming a structure, right? So if it breaks down that structure, fills me, it could easily just pop back just a little bit to kind of tap back into this kind of low and then continue dumping down. So now that it's forming structure, if it breaks that structure, that's a red flag for me. If I have my order in and it breaks that structure, that could hold as resistance now to continue going down. So it's like, you gotta, as price starts to develop, you gotta always be like not married to a bias. I know there's some traders that like, they wake up in the morning and whatever their bias is, they're so stuck on that freaking bias that they're like, oh, it's a short day. Like today, for example. Oh, it's a short day. It's been going sideways. It's a short type of day. We're gonna go short. We're gonna go short, right? And they try to go short. Maybe they make money on the first trade, right? And then they see this little pull up. They're like, all right, let's go short again. And then they go short, and boom, they get stopped out. And then prices up here, they try to go short again, and boom, they get stopped out. Because they're so married to a specific bias that they just don't want to accept what price is doing or what price is trying to do. And price doesn't have to do whatever you want it to do, right? It's going to do what it wants to do. It's going to go where it's going to go. So it's not like you're putting your order there is going to make price, you know, do something else. Yeah, and you see this, you see it, hold on. And you see it a lot. People get married to a bias. That's why when market opens, I have no bias. I have my 5-minute range, and based on that, kind of where price is, based on that 5-minute range, that's kind of, I guess, my bias, right? But it could change. It could change all the time. Like this, for example, right? This was a long setup. Boom, it hit kind of the TP area that I would have been looking for. Just didn't get an entry. Now this is starting to short. This is starting to look like a short setup to me. If this can't hold and this starts dumping back into the 5-minute range, leaves behind a bearish imbalance, this could likely keep dumping, right? Or it could pull back and go higher, but like, you know, you kind of adjust, you kind of see what the market is doing at the time. Here it's kind of just, you know, it's just going sideways. It's not really, maybe it's building up, maybe it'll break through that high. It's almost kind of like a freaking, it's kind of like a bull flag in a way, a little bit. I guess you could say that's a bull flag because you have, right? You have kind of these high, let me try to draw it. So you have that. And then you have, yeah. And then you have that. So you can kind of see, you can see the bull flag, right? How it kind of makes a high, makes this low, makes a lower high, a higher low, and you can kind of see how it's getting tighter to the point where maybe it starts breaking out of it. That's kind of what a bull flag is, right? A high, a low, a lower high, higher low, and it just kind of like, it gets tighter into the corner of that flag for it to break out of it. Talking nonsense. Okay. Maybe it may be nonsense for someone who doesn't know how to trade. But to someone who knows how to trade, bull flags are like, it's a common thing in the market. Every trader knows about bull flags. I don't trade bull flags, but I know about them. I can see them happening when they do happen. Yeah, I mean, it's a retail. I guess it is. It's considered a retail pattern. Like, only retail traders, like nobody in their right mind that's in a hedge fund or whatever. No hedge fund that's trading hundreds of millions of dollars is trading bull flags. But they do work. That's the thing. It's like, a lot of times bull flags work. Not every time, but a lot of times they do work. So if I do see a bull flag, I know that, you know, I'm mindful of what price could do. Which one is a bull? Right here. I drew it out. This is a textbook bull flag. This is a textbook bull flag. I mean, you can see the flag, right? Here's the pole. Here's the pole. I'll draw the pole. Right? There's the pole. The price goes up and it turns into a flag. You see the flag? It's failing. So sometimes bull flags, what they sometimes will do is it'll break out like this. It'll come back down to the bottom of this kind of bull flag. It'll take out the lows and then it'll rip back up. And that's where a lot of people sometimes get screwed up. A lot of traders, especially retail traders that trade bull flags, as soon as it starts breaking out, like, people go long here. I guarantee you the people went long here. But I've seen it do that before. I've seen it do where it breaks out, pulls back, maybe just stops a bunch of people out here at the lows of the flag, and then it rips back up. But like, bull flags don't work all the time. It's not something that, like, I don't know. It's not a strategy that I would ever use. I just see it happen because I know about it. Yeah, so this leg up would have been the pole. I thought the flag always had to be somewhat facing down. No, it doesn't have to be facing down. Oh, ICT is video. I've never watched really any ICT videos. I just watch the market and I see what happens. I see it do that time and time again. Curious to see if it does it again today. Let's see it. Don't say I didn't call it if it does happen. and like, think about this. What's pretty much a bull flag, right? You have price, right? That kind of, what price is doing is it's kind of getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter into a certain, like, in the corner. And then you have all this momentum that, like, right, people are putting their stop losses and this and that. And it's like, then you have this momentum that just ends up breaking through. So it's like makes a high, a low, right? Again, a high, a low, a lower high, a higher low, and you need that to form a bull flag because you need that like slant into a corner type of like, I mean, boom. It didn't quite take out the lows, but did have a pullback. Crap, another puzzle from TikTok. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, when you watch the chart long enough, you begin to see, like, it gets easier to see what price could do. Like, nothing, obviously nothing is 100% in the market. That's why you have stop losses. That's why there's probability. That's why... Hold on, I may have to log out of my brokerage again. Freaking A. For some reason, when I have TikTok Studio running and my brokerage account, like, it doesn't let me... The verification puzzle it wants me to do, it just keeps failing, meaning I can't get it to... Hold on, let me see. Give me a second. I'm trying to solve this freaking stupid puzzle. My computer's not built to handle what it's running at right now, really, so it's a little hard to do this puzzle. Alright, I did it. Woo! TikTok. Alright. The bull flag is working. Wow. Now, I don't know where your TP would be, right? Like, if when people do trade bull flag breakouts, I don't know where, like, I don't know. On liquidity is higher. Got a candle close above the high. Yeah. Oh, 2 to 1? If people aim for 2 to 1, then this wouldn't have really... See, this is why I don't really like bull flags, because it's very like where do you enter? Do you enter candle closure above? Makes the risk to reward worse? Do you enter as soon as it starts breaking out, which also isn't a good strategy because you're drawing a line and you're trying to, like, I don't know. That's why I don't trade them. It's too like... I don't know. I never liked them. Maybe for some people it works really good. I see them happen all the time. Bear flags, bull flags, but I never take it. Right? This strategy is way better. This is literally just like, boom, simple, right? You have an imbalance, taps into the imbalance to continue going higher. Like, I know where my entry is. I know where my stops are. I know where my TPs are. Everything is cut. Right on point. Here it's like, do I take this breakout? Do I wait for a candle closure? I guess that's where backtesting comes in, but... Yeah, today was a good price action day. Today was actually the first day of the week that actually had good price action. Just did not give me the entry. 5 points away from filling me for my entry, and then just ran without me. This is just chop. I mean, we had a good move this morning, right? This is good. We had a pull, but we had a dump in the morning. And then look, we had another move back up. I mean, it's like I said, maybe for somebody else's strategy this sucks, but for me, this was perfect. This was like an A+ setup for me. Obviously, did not get an entry, but you could see why it's A+. I mean, we have a high, we're breaking out of that high, forming a bullish imbalance back into the 5-minute range to potentially go for the next high. Like that, everything screams that we're going up at this area. I just, maybe I should have marketed order, and I don't know. I guess I had a plan, right? My strategies for an entry inside this imbalance, and I was literally like less than 5 points away from getting filled for a long, and then it just ripped without me. But I mean, I'm glad. I saw it. I knew what price was most likely wanting to do. Yeah, you can use order blocks. I mean, order blocks support resistance, right? I mean, it works. You just have to have rules. That's the biggest part of trading, is you have to have rules. It's sometimes you have rules and the trade works out, but it doesn't give you the entry that you were looking for based on your rules, right? So whether some people look for a imbalanced enter off of, some people look at this like as a support level, right? Remember, old resistance turns into new support when it breaks out of it. So like, right, the fact that it broke out of this high, started closing heavy, now that turns into kind of new support. It should turn into new support to continue moving up. Risk management might be a better factor than trading strategy. Yeah, they kind of go hand in hand, but it's like, yeah, you can have the best trading strategy in the world, but if your risk management is garbage, it doesn't mean anything. It really does not mean anything, because you're gonna hold your losers. You're not gonna take your losses when you need to. You're gonna, like, risk management is key to trading. It's playing defense, right? If you have horrible risk management, you can have the best trades, but when you have losing trades with your good trades, all you're doing is making back losing trades. So at best, you're break even with bad risk management, if you actually do have a good strategy. But most of the time, you lose money with bad risk management. And I guess that kind of improves over time. I mean, at least for me, it's improved over time. How long have you been trading? Like full time for about a year, for about 2 years full time, and then I was learning about trading before that, like learning about it, but not really taking it as seriously. Like I never expected that I could do what I'm doing now and wake up every morning and trade. I never thought that was even possible. But you know, and I was always into trading. Like it always amazed me, like watching people who have been into trading. I started watching, what's his name? Ricky Gutierrez. He's like an OG of trading. I started watching him back when he was like first started his YouTube. He has over 1 million followers now, but he trades stocks. He doesn't trade. I used to watch him trade, and I got like super into trading, and honestly, he's the one who got me into trading. I watched him this was probably like 10 years ago, dude. It was so long ago. We were trading things that aren't even in the market anymore. And so he kind of got me into trading, and I started getting like super obsessed with trading, learning about it. And one thing led to another, started doing penny stocks, started doing options trading, and started kind of like doing this, that, and then I moved to futures trading with prop firms, and then after I went to futures, I never looked back. Hate to admit it, but for me, it was TJR. He was entry point and then pivoted. Yeah, I mean, everyone has their own, like, TGR, he's good. But when I started learning about trading, TGR didn't exist. He was probably still broke when... But yeah, it's like none of these bigger influencers like really existed. Ricky was pretty much the only like trading influencer. That's why he has so much followers. He kind of like him, and I guess Ross Cameron Him and Ross Cameron together are like, I don't know if ICT even existed. I remember back then I'd never heard of ICT. Like back when I first started, I've never heard of them. So I don't even think ICT even existed. Oh, there was also Tim Sykes. Tim Sykes was big back then. He was huge with penny stocks and stuff. But he's been making who? ICT or Ricky? Oh, ICT? 2016. Yeah, so it's like, it's probably right around that time. But when he started, he wasn't popular. At least, like, he wasn't popular, so I never even heard of him. He just recently, like, not long ago, went, like, kind of blew up in popularity. Which it blows my mind how, like, it blows my mind how people think he invented, like, you know, he invented all this, like, all this stuff he's been teaching has been around. People have known about it. It's just trading has never been popularized in the actual market, right? Like, trading used to be a thing where you had to have a lot of money to get into. So not many people even tried trading. But ICT came and he started popularizing, you know, creating terms like fair value gap and all. Like, this existed way before he even, like, right? Way before he even, like, made a name for it. But this has all been around. And, like, these people who act like ICT made the market, he knows the secrets of the market, he made the algorithm, is such BS. Whoever believes that he made the algorithm, like, bro, that's crazy that you even believe that. That's like the most wildest statement you could possibly say. Like, I'm not saying, I don't want to talk crap about the dude, right? He obviously, props to him, he popularized, he's made a lot of money from YouTube, he's made a lot of money from educational content. But, I don't know, man, it's a big red flag when you enter a challenge and you keep saying you're going to win, like the what is it, the World Cup or whatever? Not the World Cup, the freaking trading competition. What is it called? He blew his account in the trading competition. And he tried to brag it off as though he did it on purpose. Like, come on, dude. Like, I give props to you. You're a good teacher, but, like, some people are good at teaching, but they suck at actual trading, right? Some people are good at trading and they suck at teaching. A lot of the traders, a lot of the most a lot of traders that are actually good at trading, they don't have YouTube channels. They don't have anything. They literally, right? They're good at trading. They're not good at teaching. They just come into the market and they trade. And then there are people who are opposite, who are really good at teaching, but they suck at trading. I almost feel like ICT, he almost like drowns himself out with all these, like, right? Because he has so much strategies and all these types of strategies. And then, like, think about it. If you trade a bunch of strategies, one strategy can contradict another strategy, can, like, you have a winning trade on this strategy, a losing trade on this strategy, and you're kind of all over the place instead of having one solid strategy. Yeah, I think he is. I think he's has he admitted to that before? That he's bipolar? I mean, I think he's admitted to that before. He's said that before, which you can kind of see. I mean, it's sad. I mean, it's sad. That's why it's like, when he makes statements like that, like, you know, somebody kidnapped him, he knows the secrets of the market, he knows, like, right? It's ridiculous. Like, the statements are, like, crazy statements. But I give him props. He is a good teacher. He does, you know, he has a lot of free content out there. So I do give him props for that. But in terms of him knowing how to actual trade and make a crazy amount of money from trading, I don't know. So far, he hasn't really proved himself in that way of... He has manic swings at times where he will go. Yeah. Yeah, and you could kind of see it in his like. I've never really even watched his streams or watched his videos or any. I've watched a little bit of it. Like I've clicked on some of his videos and watched a little bit of it. I just like, to me, he's not the most entertaining. He's kind of like, I don't know. It just wasn't my cup of tea. So, but I've seen videos where he like goes on rants and stuff, and he'll like start yelling and whatnot. And then the whole that put me over the top. Like that put the like hit my view of him type of thing after he said he was gonna win the trading challenge. That I forgot what it's called. It's a super popular futures trading challenge, like trading competition. And he said he was gonna win it, and he ended up blowing his account. And he tried to play it off as though he purposely blew his account. Like I respect if you could say, hey, listen, I entered this competition, I blew my account, I traded horribly, my mindset was off, I blew my account. But to blow your account and try to play it off as though you purposely blew your account is freaking wild. That takes the skill level. If you generally, you're trying to purposely blow your account, it takes a certain amount of skill to like really blow your account. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's like the best futures trades within the whole world. Yeah, it's like who owns the, somebody still has the record. There's a dude. I've actually watched some of his videos. Like really smart trader. Like somebody like that, see? He actually proved himself. I think he still holds the record to that competition. Like who futures trading, I forgot what it's called. It's what is it called? Oh, World Cup. Yeah, it is World Cup. What's the dude's name? Here, let me Google it. World Cup futures competition. Larry Williams. That's his name. Larry Williams. And this guy's had the record for so long already. In 1987, Larry Williams won the year-long World Cup trading championship of futures. He had an 11,000% return. That's free. Larry Williams. And I think ICT was saying he was going to beat Larry Williams' record. And instead of even getting close to beating his record, he just blew his account. I've watched some of his... Larry Williams, I think he has some videos of him talking about trading. It's pretty interesting. Obviously, the dude had a strategy. The dude had... To get an 11,000% return like that, I mean... I think he talked about his strategy, what he did. I saw a video before of him talking about his strategy and what strategy he used to get that 11,000%. I don't know. Something about these like older dudes... Like these OGs of trading that really like, you know, you see those videos. Like those kind of guys, they know what they're talking about. They've been in the market for so long. They've proven themselves, you know. It's not like, I feel like today's time, trading is so clouded with like before, to be a trader, you really had to be like, you couldn't really get into trading and last long term if you didn't have a specific like skill level or like how it used to be, where most people, right, there wasn't any prop firms. So to get in the game, you had to get money in. And people would try to get into trading with actual money instead of trading a sim account and learning first. They would blow up their account. They would lose so much money that they wouldn't last long enough in the market to learn anything. So the people who actually lasted in the market, I mean, they were proving themselves like to be good traders. If you can last years in the market and continue to trade, either you have a crazy amount of money and you keep blowing accounts, or you're actually a good trader. But today's market, like with prop firms and stuff, you can have people come in and you know, start courses and do discords and not even know how to trade and still make an insane amount of money just from discord and course sales and all that. Like, that's why I won't have a course or a discord. I personally don't feel like I'm good enough at trading to even make a course. I probably could make a course. I know enough information and experience to make a course, but I don't feel like I'm qualified to even make a course or like take money from people. Like, I don't know. It's just like, I feel bad in a sense of like, there's so much free content online that, but the thing is, with my strategy that I use, I've never seen one person use the strategy I use. I mean, it's like, I kind of figured this strategy out myself. I didn't learn it from anyone else. So, not to say maybe there is somebody else who uses the strategy, is possible, but this is something like I made up myself. I didn't learn it from ICT or any other trader. It's just back testing and looking at the markets long enough, you start to realize certain things. Jim Simmons is the greatest trader of all time. He basically invented quant. Jim Simmons? I don't know if I've seen him before. Jim Simmons. Is that Ben Simmons' brother? The basketball player Ben Simmons? Alright, Jim Simmons. Dang. Born in 1938. Bruh. Oh, wow. He passed away in 2024. Rest in peace. American hedge fund manager, investor, mathematician, philanthropist. At the time of his death, Simmons' net worth is estimated at $31 billion, making him the 55th richest person in the world. What a baller, dude. What a baller. I actually started watching on I think I said this before, but on Netflix there's an interesting show how the stock market was how the market was created. Like the stock market back in its first early days. And how, like, bro, it was literally the Wild West back in the day. Like, initially the market was in the early days, it was JP Morgan. It's actually pretty interesting if you find that kind of stuff interesting, where JP Morgan came from, I think it was the UK or London or whatever. He came to America. His dad sent him to America, and this dude was like a savage. But like, yeah, JP Morgan, he was one of the early days of the market. Also, what's his name? Ken Griffin. Ken Griffin is like OG too. The dude made, like, during COVID, that dude made over, forgot how many billions of dollars. He made like a couple billion at least, I think, during COVID. When everyone was freaking, dude was balling out of control during COVID. I don't know if he just like, what the heck? All right, hold on. Was he trying to short GameStop? Maybe he lost money during GameStop. I'm not sure, but like during, what was it? He made a crazy amount of money. How? She did. All right. All right. So he's his hedge fund Citadel in 2021, which is pretty much what, COVID time. Citadel continued its strong performance in 2021 with its flagship fund returning 26.3%. The firm delivered $8.2 billion in gains for its clients. Firm continued to capitalize on market volatility, reaching another record with $7 billion in revenue for the year. That's wild, dude. But these guys lose a lot of money too. Founder. I think he had that. There's a super like expensive penthouse in New York. Is it okay to take long 10 MNQ and 1 NQ short at the same time in same broker? I mean, you probably could. I don't know why you would want to do that, but you probably could. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. They're different contracts. MNQ and NQ are two different contracts. So I don't see why you wouldn't be able to. I mean, if you haven't, if like, assuming you're talking about an actual live account, like, assuming you have the actual leverage to actually buy those accounts, because you can't just buy, you know, if you have enough capital to buy 1 NQ contract and 10 MNQ, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, but I don't see why you would want to even. Why not just buy 10 MN? It's the same thing though. Instead of getting 10 MNQ and 1 NQ, you could just get 20 MNQs or 2 NQs, and it would be the same exact thing. Like risk-wise, it would be the same thing. If you get... Oh, you're talking about prop firm? I'm not sure about prop firms. I never even thought about doing something like that. Like, if you want to manage risk, I mean, you could size into trades, but that you don't need to do. I just don't see a point of doing NQs and MNQs when you can kind of do the same. I mean, they move similar. They both, when MNQ goes up, NQ goes up too. They may have a little bit of a difference, but they move pretty much the same. Now, what people try to do is do the opposite. That's a little iffy. That's like, people, I'm not sure about that, but I know people try to do like, where you have, like something that's an inverse, right? Something that moves against the market. So they'll get 10 contracts of the market and then get something that moves the opposite. So kind of like to, manage risk a little better, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if that's allowed or not. I've never... I don't know if even prop firms allow that. It's kind of like hedging. It's kind of like hedging type of thing, where you get the opposite to kind of hedge against your, yeah, hedging. Oh, they will? Okay. So, yeah, don't do that with prop firms. Are you allowed to do it in the actual market, though? Yes, hedging is generally allowed and widely used in financial markets as a risk management tool, though its legality and specific rules can vary by country and broker. In the United States, for example, certain forms of forex hedging, such as holding long and short positions on the same currency pair, are prohibited. In contrast, yeah, so it just depends. Like, see, forex, it could be prohibited in forex with certain pairs. So yeah, don't do it with prop firms. Is it bad to long up? I mean, yeah, it depends. I mean, it depends how much you're going for. Are you going for 10 points? Are you going for a high, like a, you know, it just depends on your strategy. Like, somebody could have a strategy that longed up here that was going for like 10 or 20 points. So you can't really say it's wrong to long, it's bad to long up here. It all depends on your strategy. Like, one strategy can tell you it's horrible, it's not a good idea to long up here. Another strategy can tell you this is a perfect long up here. Bounce right off that 5 minute. I'm telling you, this 5 minute opening range is like, look at this. Look what happened in the morning, right? Pushed up, and first it rejected off this 5 minute, this opening range. It rejected off the 5 minute opening range, right? We got to push through it, and now look what happened. It tapped that 5 minute high opening range and then ripped back up. I'm telling you, maybe I need to figure out a strategy of these like bounces off the top of this. Like, my strategy is kind of playing the inside of this 5 minute range. Maybe I need to get more accounts to play the outside of the 5 minute range. Like pullbacks to it. Kind of maybe like a pullback, a gap getting inverse, something like along those lines. You know? But then again, if you're like, right, if you're trying to take an entry off here and you're trying to go for, you know, the lows, then you technically would have gotten stopped out. I don't know. But I trade back into this range because a lot of volume is you see, when it gets back into this range, look how it moves. It just moves pretty quickly through that range because you get so much volume inside here. But it came down, you know, took out this low, took out all these lows and just ripped right back up. But you do have a bullish gap here. I mean, it's tough. Is it gonna fill this bullish gap and continue moving up? It's been ranging, so it's kind of more risky to take this bullish gap, the fact that it's been ranging. What time is it? Holy crap, it's 11:30. Holy man. Here, give me a second. So yeah, it's getting to that lunch hour. Quickly look on higher time frames before I. Yeah, we filled in this bullish. Oh wow, there's a bullish imbalance right there that got filled. That's why you got to keep an eye out on what's going on the higher time frames, right? We had this pullback. We have filled this bullish imbalance to rip back up. So there's that. And we're kind of, right, we're tapping into a bearish imbalance on an hourly chart. So it's like, this could be a reversal area. If price does reverse, it probably is going to reverse somewhere around here. But yeah, volume starting to kind of die out. Lunchtime, going sideways. September 17th. I don't know if I have dates on here. I don't know if mine doesn't. Oh, the 1 hour order block. Hold on. I mean, it's not really bouncing, is it? I mean, yeah. That's the thing, is there's things that kind of... One thing it says it could move lower, another thing it says it could move higher right now, but you could kind of see the structure change, right? We kind of made these highs up here. Kind of made these highs up. Hold on. Sorry. We kind of made these highs up here, right? We had dumped. Lower high. Lower high. This could be another lower high. Possibly another lower high. Take into account also, right? Take this into account. Look at this. For the longest time, right, we've been kind of bouncing off this 200 on the hourly chart, right? Bouncing off the 200, bouncing off, and now what it's doing now, it just broke below that 200 day. That's a major red flag. It broke below the 200. Now this could likely be a resistance area for it to continue going down, right? I would be very cautious about getting long up here because we're rejecting off that 200. And as you can see, price does respect this 200. So be very careful about a long there. You still live? Yeah, I'm live. I gotta hop off now. I gotta hop off. I gotta go eat, and then I gotta go do some work. But appreciate the gifts, appreciate the likes, appreciate the support. I'm working right now. Yeah, I gotta go work. I gotta go do some stuff. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully we get some good price action like today. Today was some good price action. Not gonna lie. Better so far for me at least. The best price action of the whole week was today. So hopefully tomorrow we get some good price action like today. We can end it on a green note, green week. So that being said, y'all have a wonderful day. Peace out. Don't do anything stupid. Don't oversize. Don't get, don't take any dumb trades. Protect your profits if you have them. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow at 9:30. Peace out. Now, peace out.